Well, Jay, a 1-1 draw today against Dulwich Hamlet in front of a bumper crowd today of over 1,000 people. Can you give us your thoughts on today's performance?
I thought we played very well from start to finish. It was nice that I think we carried the game plan through for the whole sort of 95 minutes today, as it were. I thought we played some really good football, created some really good chances. I think on another day we would have scored maybe 2 or 3 more. A little bit gutted to concede the goal that we conceded, especially as it's from our corner. But I've got to take my hat off to the boys. They kept going. I think, 5 minutes added we played. Scored right at the death for constant pressure. And I think had we had another 5 minutes on top of that, I think we might have got ourselves the second goal as well. And this is all against a good side. So I'm really pleased with today's performance.
As you say, certainly in the first half we had a lot of possession today. 2 very good footballing sides. I mean, they're very similar to the way we play. They get the ball down, they play it around. But the first half, the keeper pulled off a couple of good saves. We had a lot of possession. Then we go into the second half and pretty much the same thing again. And out of the blue, as you rightly said, from a corner, we conceded a goal. I mean, can you give us your thoughts on that? Because it was completely against the run of play and... as I say, it came from directly from our corner.
Yeah, like you said, both teams had a lot of possession. I think we were a little bit more creative with our possession, if I'm being honest. That's not taking away from Dulwich. I just thought on the day, that's how it sort of panned out. And I think we moved the ball forward through thirds and we created probably a few more opportunities than what they did. And I think with that corner we conceded, I think in that half, I think that would have been, at the time, would have been sort of their only sort of registered shot at the goal at that time. So my thoughts on the corner, yeah, we didn't quite get a delivery right that we wanted from it, but also at the same time, as I said, Dulwich are a good side and they've got a lot of pace in their side and they're very good at the counter-attack football and that's how they broke away, quick legs up front and he broke through and obviously finished the ball very well as well. So yeah, frustrating to concede it. They're a good side, like I said. We played really well, but as I said, the pleasing thing for us is that we kept knocking on their door. And we never gave up. Sort of never say die attitude, and we got rewards for it at the end.
As you say, it must be pleasing for both you and Gary to the fact that we go a goal behind. In my view, against the run of play, and the guys didn't give up. And I think Chris Weltdale had a good chance quite close to the end. And again, a lot of heads could have gone down, but they didn't. And we kept possession. We kept putting the ball in the box. And as we well know, if the ball's in the box, anything can happen. And then obviously, Glenn came up with the winner. I believe that they're saying it was Glenn's goal. So as you say, you must have been very delighted that we didn't give up and we got a point on the board at the end of the day. I
think that's been a sort of a significant sort of improvement in our game of late. We had that game maybe been a couple of months ago. We might not have got ourselves back into it, but we've become a lot more robust of late. And the confidence within the team and, as I said, you saw the way we played today. I thought, we were very good for our money. Never gave up, and it was Glenn that picked up, sort of popped up at the far post and sort of side-footed it in, I think, and scored from another corner, which is great. So that's 3 corners in 3 games that we scored from.
I said to Gary in an interview a few weeks ago that this is our first time back in this league for a number of years. Gary said he's delighted, but again, I ask you the question, how pleased are you with our league position? I think we're 9th at the moment, being back in this division after such a long period of time.
Yeah, it was about sort of rewriting history, wasn't it, for the club? We got ourselves back into this league, which is the highest we've ever been in terms of league-wise. And at the moment, we see ourselves in a quite nice position, but the season's long. It is long, and lots of things can change, up and down. But we're enjoying the ride that we're on, and we're pleased with what we're doing, and we'll make it about us rather than worrying about other results around us. If we do our bit, then we'll be fine. And again, could rewrite history, finish in the highest place we finished in this league. So if we manage to achieve that, what a really good season we've had.
Absolutely. We now move out of the league on Tuesday. We're at home to AFC Whiteleaf in the Velocity Trophy. How are you going to approach that game? I mean, you've got a big squad. Yeah. Are you thinking about maybe resting a few? Obviously, I'm sure the opposition will be looking at your interviewer before the game next on Tuesday. But I suppose the cup games are a good opportunity for you and Gary to mix it up and give some of the fringe players a run.
We have got a big squad, like you said, and it's a quality squad. So some boys that haven't been playing as recently will definitely get game time. To call them fringe players, I think, is not really sort of the right word for them guys, because I see them all as first team players. There might be one or two youngsters that come up into the team as well, but we're going to treat it like a strong side. So it will be a first team that go out there and play on Tuesday night. Keeping momentum is a good thing for us, and getting minutes into people's legs is an important thing for us as well, and for them. So yeah, we're treating it properly, but there might be a bit of movement with the squad. Yeah.
I mentioned right at the beginning, a bumper crowd today. Again, yourself and Gary and the players. It must be great, being out there in front of such a big crowd.
Huge, yeah. It's so nice when you're sitting in the dugout and you look around and you can see all four corners of the stadium with people standing around it watching the game. Lots of noise. I couldn't even hear what the crowd was because of the noise of the crowd, sort of thing. So I had to ask David when I come in here to see what the actual thing was, but I think it was over 1,000.
It was 1,023 today.
Yeah, which is fantastic, and putting a good performance in front of that sort of bumper crowd. Hopefully, we get some more people through the door on a regular basis and keep that atmosphere going, because the atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. And as a footballer, that's the sort of thing you want to play in front of, because it's what you dream of when you're grown up.
Well, again, from my point of view, it's testament to yourselves, you, Gary, and the guys out on the pitch, because it's what you do out there that draws these people in. So clearly you're doing something right. But say, well done today, great performance, and we look forward to speaking after Tuesday.
Thank you again.
Thanks, Jay.